Okay, so last time on Get Charlotte, the crew stopped in for a discussion with the Dragon's Fang member known as the White Tiger at the King Wok Bistro. Cornering him and the Red Soldier in the back alley behind the joint, the crew took on the two lieutenants and several kung fu chefs from the bistro. Making short work of the short-ordered cooks, the crew focused their energy on the White Tiger and the Red Soldier, sufficiently overpowering them, and took to questioning them about the explosion in Skid Row. Turns out the Dragon's Fang was one of several international crime families sent there to bid on a particular package, the contents of which were unknown to the parties involved. White Tiger admits to having seen Charlotte, or at least someone that looked like her, in the vicinity just before the explosion, running from the scene with a satchel under her arm, perhaps the very same package the crime families were sent to compete for. The crew suspects that someone from inside the Dragon's Fang made the deal with Tony Rocky Horror to have the bomb made, but the only one with enough power to make that call would have been the big boss man himself, a man by the name of Boss Caishen. The White Tiger has given the crew Caishen's address located on the outskirts of Chinatown, and with some urging, called up the boss, who has agreed to meet the crew at his estate. So where we left off last time, a couple of you guys took a couple of hits in the last session, so we're down a bit. I think, Sickle, you did a second wind, I believe, last time, so you've healed once.
Yeah, thanks for that, Marks.
But you're down almost about half health. Marshall's down about half health as well. So I'll let you guys kind of determine what kind of time frame we're kind of talking about here. If you feel like there's a need for a short or long rest. I'm not sure where some of you guys actually sit on some of your like hit dice and stuff like that. So taking a short rest would give you the ability to spend one or more hit dice up to the maximum number of hit dice to recover lost hit points. A long rest allows you to recover hit points up to the hit point maximum and regains a number of spent hit dice up to half their maximum hit dice. So in this case, you'd get one extra hit dice up to your maximum. So, but I'll kind of let you guys take it from the point where we have left the King Wok Bistro, and you just kind of let me know what you guys want to do and how you want to approach speaking with Boss Caishen, the leader of the Dragon's Fang, and when you want to do that.
Now, he's expecting us, right?
He has agreed to see you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And what time is it, roughly?
It's late.
Okay.
So, it's pushing probably 11 o'clock at this point.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, I know he's agreed to see us, but he may not be in the most cordial of moods if we show up at damn near midnight. And I can tell you now, I could use a little bit of food and some rest.
But we just talked to him on the phone.
Well, just because he talked to him on the phone doesn't mean he's not getting ready to put on his jammies, brush his teeth, and go to bed.
I think he's expecting us now since we said, hey, we'll be right over.
Well, right over could also mean like first thing in the morning, 7 a.m., nice and bright and early.
And let me back you up. You didn't say you would be right over. You didn't actually speak to him yourself. It was the White Tiger that actually set up, the thing. Said that he would see you, but didn't really set up a time.
Do we just show up, or do we have to wait till he tells us to show up?
It really wasn't discussed, so it does kind of fall into your hands as to how and when you want to do this.
I feel like we kind of dropped the ball with the whole scheduling thing. So why not use it to our advantage and have a good night's sleep?
Where's our virtual assistant when we need it, right? Okay. I mean, I'm fine with seeing him in the morning. It looks like a couple of you need to rest up anyway, so we can definitely do that.
Do we want to go back to our respective homes, or do you think we should just try and find a place, a seedy joint that we can all crash in somewhere near where we're going to be tomorrow?
Well, I'm sure Beau has guest rooms.
Well,
No.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I don't know how well he's going to take to us all showing up empty-handed.
That's what I'm afraid of. I think boss man's not going to take that well at all.
I say we find ourselves a hotel and get a couple of rooms for the night. I've got some petty cash. I'm sure Beau won't mind.
I understand you don't think we've made enough progress to face him. Whatever you think's best.
Babysitter, are we actually on the same page?
For once, yes. Plus, I get to keep an eye on you if we stay at a hotel versus going back to the compound.
What, you want to be like bunkmates?
No. I can hang out, and the walls that we'll stay in are gonna be pretty thin. I'll hear you snoring.
Okay. Do any of us have a paper map that we can look at to try to find a hotel?
We pull out our AAA card. First and foremost, I think we need to get out of Chinatown, and then we'll, we can just go out to the freeway, and there'll be an interstate. There'll be something off the freeway that we can stay at.
Yeah, and hopefully it's something near a Waffle House.
No, absolutely, because they're all over.
Or a Cracker Barrel.
We don't have Cracker Barrels in LA, man.
Y'all are missing out.
So, all right. So we're gonna climb in, head there. Clock regenerates, and it's morning. Or do we have to fight somebody to get in the hotel?
Well, pull up the map of the hotel real quick.
Okay, hold on one second.
Click, 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 click. That looks a lot like the restaurant.
There's no map.
So
how long is that long enough for a long rest?
Like an overnight sleep. I think it's 6 hours is what you need for a long rest.
Okay.
So you guys find kind of a little seedy motel just outside of Chinatown called the Wild Heart Inn, and bed down for the night. Is there anything that you guys want to discuss in the meantime? I guess it's guys and girls probably. So I'll give you a little bit of time to kind of maybe talk a little bit and get to know these folks that you've been running around with for a couple of days here.
So the Hammer's going to do his nightly routine. I'm going to do some shadow boxing, push-ups, some pull-ups.
I thought you were going to go to the drugstore and get cold cream and put on your face.
That's how he finishes off the evening.
That's how you finish it off. And a little bubble bath.
Get a glisten going first.
Yes. I'll be right back. I'm going to the drugstore. Comes back with cold cream and some, cotton swabs for in between the toes.
Sleepover.
My body is a temple.
All right, so we're in the room, and I am just laying against the headboard of the bed, just kind of resting my eyes. Marshall, what are you doing?
I'm watching the Hammer and I'm eating a hamburger I found.
Are you in?
Found?
Where are you in the room?
Sitting in a chair, got my feet propped up.
Okay. I was gonna
by
say
a little table, not in the same bed as you.
Yeah, we're gonna have a problem if you're in the same bed as I am.
No, I'm gonna crash in the chair.
And you're eating food. That would be a problem. So, okay. And the Hammer, you're shadow boxing in the corner.
Yeah.
Hammer, do you ever take a break, man?
I take a break when I die.
You're pretty intense, bro.
Yeah.
So what? So what's your story?
What's my story?
Yeah, why a hammer?
Well, you gotta. I like my sledgehammer, so why not? I used to be a boxer. Let's just say that, as you might be able to tell. How about you? What's your story? Why are you called the Marshal?
Because I was a marshal.
You
was
were
a U.S. Marshal.
You were a lawman, really?
Yeah. Quite a long time. Yeah, it was a pretty good job while I had it. Still got a couple of friends in the service. What about you, babysitter? Why are you such an asshole?
I just stay with my head propped back and my eyes closed.
True to form.
So why are you not Marshal anymore?
Well, the way I like to operate and the way that they expected me to operate were a little bit different. We were running let's just say that I had some minor disagreements with take-home pay, and they had minor disagreements with the bonus system that I had set up. But I really can't go into it too much. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah. Costs a lot of money to eat that much.
I mean, it ain't cheap. I had a voracious appetite for food and for fine things.
Yeah. Yep. Law doesn't pay, does it?
Not long term.
Boss's wife.
Sorry, babysitter.
Sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. Sorry.
We got a problem here?
No, I just had to clear my throat. I need to lay back and go to sleep.
I think that sounds like a pretty good idea.
All right,
So-
ladies, you got the room to yourself there next door. What's going on there?
Is the cat in the room with us?
Yeah, I think so.
Did he get to come in? You draped him around your shoulder to pretend like he was a fur again?
Yeah, is this one of those motels where all the doors are on the outside facing the parking lot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And they've got the magic fingers coin thing on the bed.
Yes, absolutely.
So the first thing the bloodhound has got to do is go in and be like, ching, 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 ching.
I don't know if the cat would like that. The chairman.
Mm-hmm. So how about you? What's your story?
God, we're all so original. Well,
Yeah.
you already know my part of my story. And I don't share everything with everybody, but you heard part of it already. Remember?
Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
bubble.
it sounded about like part of it, didn't it? I don't think we got the whole story. I don't really understand what this situation is with you and what was the name of that guy?
Bill?
Yeah, Bill.
I love you.
Quentin Tarantino's rolling over. You know, he's not in his grave, but if he was, he'd be rolling over. I kind of character forgotten.
No, it's awesome. He was like my father. And he scared the crap out of me, and so I ran away.
Your father was like that guy?
No, he was basically my father. I didn't know my real father. Or my mother.
That's rough.
I grew up in orphanage for the most part. And then Bill found me on the street after I ran away from the orphanage. And he put me to work with his assassins. And I'd had enough of that, but I took my training and left. What about you? Where'd you find that cat? Glug, glug, glug. Do you keep like a flask with you? I bet you do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What's in it?
Inside the coat.
What's in it? Bathtub? Bathtub gin?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe the good stuff.
The good stuff? Yeah. Is it like, what's that really expensive? Hand it over.
Yeah, have a sip.
Tell me about the cat. Where did he come from?
That's the chairman's story to tell. I don't want to.
Hey, chairman. Meow. He's over there on the bed. Well, what about you? You look like you've seen some things. No offense. No offense. I mean, you look great for, an elderly woman. You look awesome. You fit. You can carry that cat around,
She pulls out a small revolver from her coat pocket and lays on the nightstand.
No way.
Well, I'm not surprised that I got a call from Beau. He's I feel almost if I shared that perspective, I'd call myself his godmother. I've been with the family about that long. And Zeke and I came to know each other over in on the side of Vietnam War. So
you were in Vietnam?
I was in the I was working with the CIA. I think I can say that now. Statute of limitations. Probably up on that. But
seems pretty dangerous.
Yeah, well, I wasn't in the front lines of the battle. That was Zeke's. That was Zeke's war to fight, but I met him there. Have you ever heard the backstory on how LSD came into being?
I don't know much about it. No. Why don't you tell me about it?
Yeah. Now let's just say the CIA did some experimenting early on in that, and they played a bit of a role. So.
And you were involved in that?
Yeah. My old man helped them out stateside, putting together some work in the woods, some black box experimental sites near the reservation, some land off the grid basically. And then when it came time for me to graduate and find my way, I knew the business, and they hired me to go over and do some work in Asia. So I was over there at a site that looked a little bit like a rest and recreation, little R&R house of leisure for the soldiers, and we had our experimental subjects.
Did they?
And I guess I put in a word.
Did they know they were being experimented on?
Well, afterwards or before?
I guess when they walk in, did they know they were subjects, or
No,
I don't know if I want to know this.
No, they were there for a good time. But yeah, afterwards, I suppose some of them got an idea they were part of something. But
the walls melting.
Yeah, I pulled Zeke aside before they got their hands on him. There was just something I saw in him. I didn't think I could let him go down that path.
You got him out. You got him out of it?
So I don't know, maybe he felt like he owed me something, or we just sort of helped each other out from then on. I mean, I saw something good in him that I didn't see in some of those guys coming in to have their way with the women, and I mean, their government didn't see much in them either. I don't know that Zeke had great feelings about the war after that either.
That's wild. I had no idea. How is it that we all work with Beau and have connections and we don't know each other? Is that suspicious?
Well, who is it that who you got doubts about?
No, I think it's interesting that, you know, we didn't know the marshal or the babysitter. We don't even know anyone's names, obviously. How is it we've all worked with them and you've worked with them for so long and we didn't know each other? I mean, Charlotte and I, for instance, were very close. She's like my best friend. But I've never met you. I've never seen these people before. I've never worked with them before.
Yeah, well, after Zeke passed, I thought I'd take my life in a little different direction. I'm growing a little older, more contemplative, as you've probably noticed. So I don't know that I'm not so high profile as I used to be anymore.
I guess that's why I chose everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Work on this.
So Charlotte and you are close?
Yeah, she helped me after I ran away from Bill. She took me in and hid me, and then her father put me to work, but he didn't treat me like Bill did. I don't think he would. I think he could kill any of us, but I don't think he will.
Her father?
Yeah. I don't trust any of them, but he's not like Bill.
So where do you think Charlotte is?
I don't know. I just think it's suspicious that they say that she took off with the package. I mean, what could she possibly want with some random item? She has anything she wants. Why would she be responsible for blowing everybody up? I have my doubts that that was even her.
That's true. I guess, I don't know whether we have a real sighting of her.
But the fact that she didn't tell me where she was going or anything about it makes me wonder if she's been taken instead. I don't know. Just a theory.
You think the package is something she's got or something somebody else has got?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I can't imagine there being anything that she would want to. I don't think she's capable of that. I don't think she would take it and blow everybody up. I don't think that's her. I think it's someone else. But I don't know. We haven't gotten any information from anybody. It's hard to go on what we've got.
When she helped you out of the jam with Bill and got you out of there, where did she hide you?
I can't remember. I think it was the pool house. Was it the pool house?
Yep.
I don't remember. Okay. I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she hid me in the pool house for a while until her father found me, and she stuck up for me, and after that we were pretty close. As close as I get. But certainly the closest female person that I knew.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I think she's lying about anything she's told me?
Sure.
Good.
So what we need to do then, Dana, I want
Yes.
you to take a look at your character sheet.
Yeah.
And you've got deception, and you've got persuasion.
Yeah.
You can roll either one of those, whichever one you feel like is most appropriate for the dialogue that you just had. Yeah. So what did you roll? Because I actually do need to know that. As far as the number.
No,
the number.
damn it.
Yeah.
17. You fucked me up. 17.
17.
Forget
Okay.
that.
So your target number for your insight roll is a 17 for the Bloodhound. So Bloodhound, you're going to roll insight and you need to get 17 or better. Okay. To the best of your knowledge, it seems like she is telling the truth.
Okay.
That it feels to you like she's opened up at least a little bit to you. But you still have doubts.
I always do.
All right, so we'll leave that at that. That was a nice little conversation there, ladies. Thank you for that. You guys are able to take your rest, get up in the morning, probably head over to the Waffle House across the street, grab some breakfast, and refresh for the day. So you have the location of Boss Caishen's estate, located on the outskirts of Chinatown. So let me know how you guys want to make the approach and what you want to do.
Is it a big fence in a compound? Is it?
Well, you haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, I guess we're just all gonna climb in the car and head there. I mean, Doc. So is Doc with us or not with us?
Yeah, I would say that he's with you at least, in the process of getting you guys there, but he will volunteer to set up a potential triage unit just in case you guys get into trouble when you go in, and he will wait outside.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll hop in the cars and head there?
Sure. When you guys get there, Caishen's mansion stands tall and proud on the outside of Chinatown, and it's surrounded by a massive wall that stretches the entire block. The wall is topped with traditional Chinese blue ceramic tiles, adding a pop of color to the stark white stucco that makes up the majority of the structure. It stands about 15 feet in height, making it impossible to see over it from the street level, leaving the mansion shrouded in an air of mystery. And I'll pull you here to a map so you can kind of see at least the outside. The entrance to the mansion is a massive, ornate wooden gate, flanked on either side by stone lions. The gate itself is intricately carved with images of dragons and other mystical Chinese creatures. And the gate is closed as you guys arrive.
Okay, I have an idea. Let's try to just talk to him and avoid a fight. But if we feel like we need to fight, we should have a code word. Like lobster.
Bananas.
Bananas?
How would you casually work in lobster into a conversation?
You would use your imagination. It's not that hard.
So we're going to go and talk to this guy about bombing, and then what? You're going to say, was the warehouse a lobster warehouse? Or how would you work in lobster in a casual conversation about a bombing, for crying out loud?
I'm going to be perfectly honest. That was a really good example. That was a fantastic example. So, I mean, a broken clock can be right twice a day. I'm proud of you, babysitter. But yes, something as simple as, at the lobster warehouse. And then he'll probably say, well, that wasn't a lobster warehouse, tipping his hand that we know a little bit more. He knows a little bit more about the bombing, but it also gets the code word out there.
But we know about the bombing.
Well, we're speaking in theoreticals. Try to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so lobster's out. Sickle, you said bananas?
Yeah, I was just thinking about what you were eating last week.
Yeah, well, I'm off bananas for a week.
What do you eat tonight?
Oh, red peppers. I got some veggies and stuff with me, and a couple peanut butter sandwiches. But had an egg for breakfast. That was delicious. Egg. How about egg? That'd be a good one. Not likely to come up in conversation, but easy to work in.
Sure, we can go with that.
Excellent. Okay, egg. If anybody feels like We need to get the jump on them. This needs to get violent. Say egg.
Will do.
Great. Okay, babysitter, go knock on the door.
I'm not doing that. You know, you need to go up there and strut your stuff and show him that you're the guy in charge. And I'm going to use air quotes there.
Would anybody else like to take the lead on this one?
I will.
Excellent. Thank you.
Just go up there, and I don't even say that. I just go up there and knock on the door.
There's
Boom.
a big golden knocker on that gate. So you reach up, pull the ring, and tang, 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 and it reverberates throughout the estate. And about a minute and a half probably passes before the gate finally creaks open, and it reveals a short Chinese man, bald, dressed in basically all black, almost like an old kind of style kung fu gi. But this guy's probably in his upper 70s. And he takes one look at you and looks past you, looks at the rest of the crew, and he says, "You must be the individuals sent here to meet Master Caishen."
Please tell me that's the old guy from Big Trouble in Little China.
Well, just wait.
Okay. Because you're talking like it. You're like setting him up. I can't wait. Okay.
And he's like, I know who it is. I know who it is.
I am Chinatown. Please come in. You are free to peruse the grounds while Master Caishen prepares to meet you. And he opens the gate and he quickly takes his leave. And I'll open the gate for you. All right, so the complex itself is a sprawling complex of buildings with looks like several wings and courtyards that create kind of a labyrinthine that's not a word, labyrinthine, whatever, maze of pathways and hidden alcoves. The roof is made of the same blue tiles, curved, overlapping that line the walls outside. There's several ornate chimneys that rise up from the roof, adding a touch of elegance to the overall design. There are several windows dotted throughout the mansion, each framed by intricately carved wooden shutters that can be opened or closed to allow in light and air. The windows are small and narrow, designed to keep out unwanted guests and prying eyes. The grounds around the mansion are equally impressive, with lush gardens, tranquil ponds, and winding paths that lead to hidden grottos and fountains. The overall effect is one of opulence and grandeur, a testament to the wealth of Boss Caishen and his criminal empire. So in front of you here, there's an entryway right here that leads off into another area just north of you. And then over here to the right, there's a large archway, and you can kind of see a little bit of a pool off to that area there. So just let me know which way you guys want to move.
Probably into the... I'm sorry, Hammer, go on.
Yeah, let's just go straight in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Or we can split up.
What could go wrong?
Our favorite thing to do.
Is this like a little koi pond I'm standing next to?
Yeah, a little koi pond right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They have a koi pond, babysitter. Lobster would have been the perfect thing. This is obviously like nautically themed.
No, lobster would not be in the koi pond.
It wouldn't be in the koi pond, but it would make sense talking about all of the water and so, never mind.
Let's just go in.
All right, so you're going in the center there, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the courtyard of Boss Caishen's mansion is a sight to behold. It's a tranquil oasis in the heart of the bustling city. In the northeast corner, a small koi pond glimmers in the sunlight, the brightly colored fish darting back and forth in the crystal clear water. The pond is surrounded by a ring of smooth gray stones, and several large lily pads float serenely on the surface. Various plants and trees line the courtyard, providing a lush backdrop of greenery and blooms. Small shrubs and flowers have been planted in neatly arranged rows, while larger trees tower overhead, providing shade and shelter. The overall effect is one of harmony and balance, a perfect reflection of the principles of feng shui that have guided the design of the mansion and the grounds. To the north of the courtyard, up in here, stands a large building with a grand porch, supported by an intricately carved wooden columns. Underneath that awning, a very menacing-looking fellow, you see Feng Wu, stands perched on the porch, a pair of pistols strapped to his hips. On the other side of the courtyard, there are two smaller structures, each with its own unique design. One is a small pavilion with a curved roof and several benches inside. The other is a simple storage shed made of a plain wood with a single door. Despite their differences in size and purpose, both structures have been designed with the same attention to detail and craftsmanship as the larger building to the north. And a man dressed in a traditional white kung fu gi, labeled as Kao, K-A-O, on your map, sits quietly on the steps of the storage shed on the left, wielding a quarterstaff. The guy underneath the main building there up in front of you says, "I'm afraid this is as far as you go. Your reputation precedes you. We have heard about the mess you made at the Grand Star, what you did to the mountain. I have to say, I'm impressed. But the mountain is only muscle. Kao and I are much more than that. Boss Caishen has allowed you into his home, but there is a price that must be paid for entry." And Kao, off to your left, says, "You will have to go through us if you want to get to him."
And I just look at him and I say, "Look, we are not here. We just want to make sure your boss doesn't end up with any egg on his face."
And with that, we should roll it.
And I pull out my guns and start firing as I strafe to behind the building.
Awesome. Maybe gets extra points or something tonight. That was really funny.
That was brilliant.
Totally forgot about it. That was great.
All right, so if you go to your combat encounter, you can go ahead and roll your initiative there.
Can I use my my feat to reroll initiative once?
Yes. So you got a 7 that time, and we'll do a reroll for you here. A little better. That gave you a 10.
Okay, great.
And Sickle with a 23 again. Look at that. You're on a roll.
So since I executed this, do I get to catch him by surprise by pulling a gun and firing?
I will allow it. Yes, with your use of the word egg in your sentence, I will give you first attack there.
Ah, perfect. All right. Well, since I have Cal right beside me there, I'm just going to pull out and aim dead center right to the chest.
All right. Oh, nice.
Ah.
All right. So that definitely hits. You can roll damage with that.
Who are you shooting again?
Cal.
Cal? Okay.
Yeah.
4. That's all right.
I guess that's a D8, so.
All right, so you kind of jut over to the bushes that are over there, so you're in about half cover.
Now it's headed behind this building here.
Oh, behind the building? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So you go behind the building, so that would put you at about 3/4 cover then there, and take a shot around the corner and pop Cal in the shoulder, and completely takes him by surprise. So now we'll go in order of the initiative, and Sickle, it's your go.
Okay. Can I get to Fang Wu if I run?
You got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, that would get you there.
Okay, well, what I want to do, of course.
And just so you know, since we are really dealing with like measuring and so forth, that you should have a measured distance up there. It looks like a ruler on your left-hand side. If you click on that and then click on yourself, and then
look at that.
It'll show you exactly how far you go.
Okay. But I can make it.
But just make sure that once you want to move again, just go back to the select tokens, because you'll just drag that all over the place if not.
I know, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of it now. I'm sorry.
Go back up to the little square where it says select tokens on the left-hand side next to your token controls.
Oh my god. Select. I don't know where that is. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing that. I know it's here.
On the upper left-hand corner where it has the little icon that looks like a little person.
Yeah.
There should be something right next to that looks like a
There
square.
you go. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Got it. I was trying different things. Okay. What I want to do is I want to run as fast as I can with my katana out. And I want to go over. I don't know how to even say this. I want to use the lily pads. I want to run across the lily pads.
Nice. Okay.
And like try to come down on him with my sword somehow.
All right. So you just you can go ahead and move yourself to right next to him, right in this square right here.
Okay.
And then make your attack roll, and you're doing two-handed attack, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you got a 12. All right. So you take a swipe, and he sidesteps, and you just barely miss him. And like it just kind of slices his jacket just a little bit. He looks down at it, and he looks back up at you, and he goes,
I'm dead.
You picked the wrong one, Missy. And he pulls both pistols.
Shit. Well, guys, it was fun.
Marshall.
Okay, I want to close the gap between me and Feng Wu because I just saw what happened with Sickle. So I want to go, if I can go to right here.
Yep.
And then I want to pull out my pistols and open fire on him.
Okay.
So that would be inventory. Am I allowed to do like dual wield and shoot them both, or can I just do one?
That technically, it's real kind of iffy on that because you don't have like two actions per round, and each attack that you make is one action. I don't think that you have the ability to dual wield just yet, but I think it's something that you can buy as like an added talent.
Okay, then in that case, I want to do one pistol, but I want to do it as two-handed, so I'm more steady.
Gotcha.
Is that all right?
Yep.
Okay, so I do two-handed, and I just do a roll.
Ooh, and that's a critical failure. So in that instance, you shore it up, pull it here, and it jams.
This sucks so bad.
So you've got a jammed pistol. So you cannot use that pistol. Fortunately, you have a second one, so you can holster that and pull the other one.
Okay.
All right, so it's Cal's turn now. Cal is heading after the babysitter at this point, and he leaps up onto the barrier here, the little stone wall that's encasing the bushes that you're standing kind of around the corner from. Leaps up onto that and flips up and over the bush, landing beside you, and comes crashing down with the quarterstaff.
Can I can't. Can I evade?
This goes against your defense. Now you can choose to dodge if you want, but that would be your action for the entire round.
Right. Okay. I'll go against the defense there.
Okay.
So.
All right, he got a 16, and your defense is
is 14.
14. All right.
But I do have a light ballistic vest on.
Right, and that is a PV of 1, I think, or PV of 2?
2.
Okay, so basically the way that works is that if you are reduced to 0 hit points, it helps to soak that and prevents you from going to 0. So it puts you to 1, at least until it gets through that defense.
Okay.
All right, so he's going to roll damage. Ooh, 7.
Me.
All right, so you'll take 7 points of damage. And you don't have any other damage reduction, correct?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. What's that? Oh, no, defensive driving. That definitely wouldn't do you any good there.
Yeah. No.
Okay. All right, so, and guess what? He gets 2 actions per round.
Oh, my God.
And he swings in, he hits you on the shoulder with that first one, and then spins around and comes whipping back around to kind of hit you across the side of the face. And got an 18 on that one. 9 damage.
Oh, I'm out.
You're out?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that takes you to 1 point because you've got your armor.
Yeah. It takes me to 2 points.
No, it takes you to 2.
Yeah, because the armors were 2.
No. No, it still takes you to essentially
to 1.
would have taken you to 0.
Gotcha.
With that, correct? Because that would have taken you completely out. Yes.
Yep.
All right, so you are now at 1 health point at this time.
Okay.
And if you wouldn't mind making note of that on your token, just so I can kind of see that on my end, so I can kind of keep track.
I changed.
There you go. That did it.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say I changed it. I just didn't click out the field.
There you go. All right. Now, Chairman Meow goes at the same time as the Bloodhound, so we're going to skip Chairman and go to the Hammer.
I'm gonna step off here, so I'm out of range or out of line of fire if babysitter shoots, and I'm gonna hurl one of my bricks.
Well, you just saw me go down, man. There's no way I'm shooting.
No, you're still up. You're still up. You've got 1 health point. You're still up.
I'm woozy.
I'm gonna hurl. We're using reckless and smash at Cal's head, and I'll be like, this is somebody bigger than your own size or something, and try that. Okay. So I'm assuming it's not big.
I'm gonna crack your skull like an egg.
Damn it, I'm gonna end up liking the babysitter.
And a brick would be small painful thing?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll throw it. And I get advantage because I'm reckless. Oh, dang. That was a terrible throw.
All right. Yep. So you wing that, and it hits the building just off to his right, and just explodes in a cloud of red dust. He quickly turns his attention over his shoulder to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Property damage. Ha.
Now, babysitter actually now comes around to you for your turn. So you have a couple of options here. You can retaliate because you still have one health point, or you can take the second wind action and roll to heal quickly.
Oh, okay. So he's looking away, but he is point blank range in front of me. He's looking back at the hammer.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna raise my gun, point it to the back of his skull, and fire. So it's a point blank range.
Now, the bad thing about that is the way the rules work in this is you actually roll at disadvantage when you do that because you are so close. In the heat of battle, it makes it more difficult to actually fire a gun to somebody that is 5 feet in front of you.
Wow.
Unless you're John Wick.
Unless you're John Wick.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, okay. So what if I stun gun him that close?
It's not a stun gun that you actually shoot. It's one that you actually can touch him with.
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So I'm just going to go to the back of the neck and stun him there.
Okay. All right, and yeah, unfortunately, you barely miss him. As he's making that turn, he turns his body just enough as you lunge forward. You just missed him.
Of course. I'm crying out loud.
Because he's woozy.
Yeah, I'm woozy.
Fang Wu has drawn both of his pistols, and he is going to throw a side kick at the sickle
He's
first.
Like me in the head. Huh? Good.
Got an 8, so he misses that, lands the foot, spins around and does a roundhouse kick going towards your face. Oh my god, he's rolling terrible. And then as a bonus action, he decides to slam down on your shoulder with the butt of one of the pistols. And that one apparently hits.
Ouch.
And you take 5 points of damage. Bloodhound.
So, sorry. That's terrible. Once the sickle runs behind the chairman, it turns the chairman around, just following her. And then with all the action headed toward Feng Wu, I think the chairman is looking in that direction. And so there are a few commands that I have that I've worked with the chairman on.
Are these penciled in on your paper?
So I'm just going to get down on one knee and point past the chairman and say, poacher. Because he's got his pistols drawn. So the chairman's going to take off and grab his face.
All right, cool. All right, so make an attack roll with the chairman. Where do you want him? Do you want him directly in front of Feng Wu, or do you want him off to the side just a little bit?
He's gonna try to launch up and use his thighs as purchase to get up to the face.
Okay. All right, so yeah, that'll put him right there then.
Yeah. I'm looking for the chairman's dice. Should I just...
You'll go to inventory under Chairman Meow and go to claw and roll one-handed attack.
Fight you with one paw tied behind my back.
All right. Unfortunately, not enough. Doesn't beat his defense. So he takes a swipe, and that's as Feng Wu does that roundhouse kick. He's coming up and swiping. He puts his leg down and just barely misses. But you've certainly got his attention at this point. So it would now be your turn. So you have your action.
How far can I move in a single?
30 feet, so 6 squares. That would put you close to either one of those two guys if you wanted to go there.
Can I just walk in the door that Cal was sitting in front of?
Right here?
Yeah.
You could, but it's basically a kind of a shed.
Okay.
So
That'd be funny. Are there implements in there? Maybe that's helpful.
yeah.
Come out with a rake.
Yep. There are implements in there for sure.
Sure. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I thought he was guarding something important by sitting there.
All right, so you want to move into there?
Yeah.
All right. That takes us back to the top of the round, back to the sickle.
So I'm still like, he didn't like push me out of the way or anything. He just like hit me, right?
Yeah, just hit you on the shoulder.
Okay. And is he's up on the steps, right? Like I'm below him, or are we?
I think he's probably at least down on the second step at this point. Yeah.
Okay. And so I'm gonna try to do another swipe. I'm gonna do a swipe at his legs. No.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's do that with the katana.
Mm-hmm.
I did not do that.
All right, so you take a swipe, and he deftly just leaps up into the air, and you go right underneath him as he's coming down. And the marshal, it comes to your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna close the gap here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna move like right next to the sickle here, so I can
Now,
go. But
just so you know, you've got friendlies in both of those areas. You can move through friendly spaces with no issue. So if you want to go between Chairman Meow and the sickle and end up on the porch up here, you can certainly do that.
I'll do that because that will also give me an unimpeded shot. So, okay, so as I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take the pistol that jammed, reholster it, and get my other pistol out. And I'm going to be rolling at a disadvantage here, aren't I? Because I'm so close.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, you've got the space. You could back up one.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I'm going to come around to right here. I want to get... I need to stay next to the sickle in case she gets attacked again.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to get
just real quick, just to clarify something here, so that you don't get an attack of opportunity. The move that you would have made would have been probably to the outside of the sickle to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. If you went in between and ended up in this space and then backed up, he would have an attack of opportunity on you. So if anybody tries to move out of a melee of someone else, and that goes for you guys as well, if a villain tries to move away from you, you get an attack of opportunity on them as they try to move away. All right, unless they have something that counteracts that.
Okay.
Wait, so my attack on Cal would not have been an attack of opportunity?
Correct. It is not an attack of opportunity because you guys are right next to each other.
Gotcha. Okay.
If he had tried to move away from you,
then
that would have been an attack of opportunity.
Okay. That's kind of interesting.
Okay. Then I'm going to do a two-handed shot again because it went so well last time.
Mm-hmm.
But from where I'm at. So let me roll that. Oh, good.
Oh, God. And it hits the column right next to him. And he looks at you and he says, "You wait."
I could just take pot shots all day, man. You don't need to worry about me. Apparently.
Cal, at this point, has his attention now on the hammer. And he believes that he has kind of knocked you out because he hit you pretty hard. So he is going to move away from you, which means, babysitter, you do get an attack of opportunity on him as he moves away. So if you would like to make that attack, you may do so now.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I have the taser in one hand, I have my gun in the other, and forget trying to tase him. I'm just going to shoot him in the back.
Okay. Now, in this instance, still at disadvantage, because he technically is still 5 feet away from you when he begins that move. So,
Yep.
But yeah, you can still do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and it goes wide. Fortunately, it doesn't hit the hammer, but it does kind of whiz past your ear, Marks.
We're on the same side.
And that actually comes to the hammer at this point.
All right, I'm gonna take my bag of bricks. I'm gonna be like whipping it around like a flexible weapon kind of thing, and just kind of whipping it around, trying to hit him like a figure eight type.
And I'm sorry, hold on. I got to back up a second because I got so distracted by his attack of opportunity. Cal did not actually make his action, so he gets to attack you first.
Oh,
Dang.
okay.
I was trying to.
You end up distracting the DM.
Yeah.
He was
Ooh,
just trying to
got a
put all
19.
his. Oh man, he was. Yeah, he was just trying to put all his eggs in one basket. So.
do you want to take that, or do you want to try to dodge?
No, I'll take it.
All right. Ooh, man, that's tough.
Ooh.
10.
All right, jeez. Okay.
And
I
his
forgot if
second
I-
attack.
I forget if I have all this stuff for close-up combat. Let me just see if there's any. Like, there's
Sure.
Punisher. You can make attack creatures. No, these are considered special attacks, though, right?
All right, so he's going to make a second attack. Got a 10 that time. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that one doesn't go past your defenses, correct?
No, it is not.
All right. All right, so he whacked you a pretty good one up on the side of the head. And then the second one just biffs. So it now does roll to you. So you've been spinning. Whack, so you're a little off, but you can certainly make your attack.
All right, I'm gonna spin my bag of bricks.
Oh, yeah, that'll do.
Okay, and if I did smash with it, is it gonna like smash all my bricks, or just I don't know how it would work with it.
Yeah, that would ruin the bag. Yeah,
I won't do smash then. All right,
that's the damage.
that's the damage. Yep.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Looks like I rolled a 10 and then I
Yeah.
got +3. So
Definitely packs a wallop. All right, so you whack
boom!
and hit him on
Like
the
it's my
side
turn now.
hit him on the side of the head, which sends him actually into the wall next to you and just smashes him right up against it. And I mean, you see the Tweety birds going. He's still up, but you
come on.
certainly took the fight out of him.
Max, you got it. Marx, you got to say, and that's how you crack an egg.
Yeah, did I scramble your brain like scrambled eggs? There we go.
All right, babysitter, it goes to you.
At this point, so he is down. The hammer's there.
He's not down. He's still up,
Oh,
but
he's still up.
He's
Okay.
got his bell rung pretty good.
Okay. I'm just gonna take both hands and concentrate and fire directly at him.
Okay.
You're gonna fire one of the two of them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh. And no more disadvantage because he's away from me now, right?
Correct.
Yeah. There we go.
15. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. 5. All right. All right. So you take your shot. He just got smashed up against the wall by those bricks, and you see him take his staff, and he goes, "Huh," like this, and raises it, and then you shoot him through the back of the neck, and his throat just explodes all over the hammer. Just
oh, sorry, hammer. I think I've done that twice now.
You need to quit spraying the hammer in the face.
And he is dead. Feng Wu goes. And he's a bit surrounded here at the moment, so boy, you guys have got him boxed in. I really want him to use those pistols.
Surely he just saw his buddy go down, though.
He just told us it was harder to hit things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true.
We ain't stupid. Maybe a little bit. But...
Mike, roll a perception check for me real quick.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I can roll.
19. Okay. He's still got those guns in his hands, and he's kind of using them now as melee weapons. You take one look at those things, and you're like, oh, those are fucking nice. If you'll recall the guns that Nicolas Cage used in Face Off, the gold-plated M1911s.
Yep.
With the dragons on the side, that's what he's holding, baby.
Okay. Now I got an idea.
So anyway, he's going to use one of those guns once again on the sickle and kind of bring the barrel of the gun across your face, basically just slapping you across the face with it. Got a 17. What's your defense?
I think it's 15.
15? All right.
15.
Here comes the damage. 6 in damage.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
I have Get Down as a bonus action.
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Bodyguard.
Okay.
Is it Bodyguard?
I think it's Get Down.
No, take a bullet. Take a bullet. It's a reaction.
Take a bullet. Okay.
When an ally is within 5 feet is hit by an attack, I can use my reaction to cause the attack to hit me instead of my ally.
There you go. Yep,
can I do that?
Yep, sure can.
Do I just hit reaction?
No, you just take it.
Oh.
So you take the 6 points instead of her.
Okay.
Aww.
Cool. $25 minus 6 would be 19. Oh, did I say that out loud? Okay.
And he looks at you and he says, I said, wait. And then he will take a shot at you.
Okay. I reply to him, I can't. I'm a good egg. Got a 10 for his first shot. And a 10 for his second shot. So, missed you with both of them. Bloodhound.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Chairman's gonna take a second shot at getting up to Feng Wu's head.
Okay.
The claw.
The claw. 13. I think that does it. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. All right, so he maybe doesn't get all the way up to his head, but is starting to kind of grasp and begin the climb, and he's sinking those claws in as he's trying to grapple him. So he's certainly cutting into him and causing some damage for sure.
Okay.
So now it goes to you.
And I, in the gardening shed, have probably found, I think, maybe an electric hedge trimmer for all
Okay.
the bonsai trees.
All right.
So I will come out and head for Feng Wu
Okay.
and aim for the head.
All right. So I gotta find a weapon here that will work for you, because nobody likes to actually use the weapons on their sheets.
That's boring.
All right, what? I've been using my pistol.
Yeah, my pistols just suck.
Yeah, or my rolls suck. But babysitter, or that Marshall, you suck.
Wow.
All right, so we're
I had to
gonna
say that in character. Sorry.
Everyone thought that was.
Oh, okay. You already have one on your sheet, so that's okay. So I'm going to delete this one here that I just put there. So medium hurtful thing is what you're going to want to use, and you can use that two-handed.
Okay.
Oh, all right, got an 11. And you lunge in at him, and it just misses. Kind of cuts the back part of his jacket as it kind of billows in the wind, and now he realizes he's completely surrounded, and that takes us back to the sickle at the top of the round.
So is he distracted by the machinery and the cat and the marshal and everything? Hopefully. Do I get to do an opportunity, or I'm just going to do an attack? I think
you might be able to go at advantage here. I'm going to make a roll here for him. Okay, no advantage. He's still keeping his wits about him.
Okay. Do you still have the guns out?
Yeah, he's got him out facing towards the marshal, so his
Okay.
right arm is facing you.
I'm going to try to cut his hands off.
Okay.
Normal.
Yep. Ooh, 24. Holy poop. Yeah, roll damage on that.
Here's your guns, Marshall.
You read my mind.
Ooh, 11. That's pretty good too. All right, so you don't get both, but his right arm, you cut and it slices clean through, and his forearm just falls to the ground. And that causes him to look up at the nub and begin to scream. Marshall.
Can I pick up the gun? That's his arm with the gun still or the hand still holding it. It just fell.
You want to pick up the whole arm?
I want to pick up the gun, but if
Okay.
I have to pick up the whole arm to do it, I'm okay with that.
I think prying his dead hands off of the gun is probably going to be a full action.
Yeah, okay.
All right, you're going to take the action just to take the gun?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
all
it's
right.
worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just mesmerized by them. I can't think straight. I don't care about the fight anymore.
All right, Cal's out, so it goes to Hammer.
I guess. Oh man, I can't quite get over there, can I?
It's short.
Yeah. I guess I'll
You
grab
can
one.
take the dash action, but that would be your full action for the round.
I guess what I could do is I'll grab one of the bricks in my backpack, run to here,
Mm-hmm.
and with a running start, and then hurl it at Finwood.
Okay.
Run over there and a charge, and I'll be ah, and and throw the brick. Let me grab the character sheet here and small painful thing. Brick
Ooh, that's good too. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Alrighty.
I want his dice that he's playing with.
Mm-hmm.
7.
7.
You're making my math easy. That's good. All right. So you chuck that at him. Chairman Meow is trying to crawl up his body, and it hits him right in the side of the temple, and backs him up, like up against the door right behind him. Babysitter.
I'm gonna take the roll to regain my health.
Okay. So second wind,
Yeah.
and you do the hit dice. Oh. Well, you got
Damn it.
one. And he can roll as many hit dice as he wants, right? For the second wind?
I was looking at that. I was like,
Yeah, I'm
what
not
would
100% sure. I just know you can only
taking
do
this
it once.
action, you can spend up to half their maximum number of hit dice. So, but it says round it up. So technically, you could do both of them if you wanted to.
do both? Do both.
Roll again.
Just do roll again. Okay.
Mhm.
You probably
Do
want
that.
to.
Oh yeah,
There you
let's just. There's another one.
Oh, no.
God dang.
That's great.
Well, at least you've got 3 hit points now.
You know what? I'm just gonna sit down and do a short rest.
I think a short rest is an hour.
Well, fine.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead. I'm just gonna sit right. I'm gonna sit right next to.
Head out to the
Hey.
dock.
Yeah, Kale's. I got a boo boo. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna go and sit out by this koi pond and
And reflect on.
Just reflect on the events of the day.
yeah. So I'm just gonna move out here. That's my action. I'm just moving out to the koi pond.
Okay. Let's see here. So, it goes to Fang Wu. He's getting desperate.
Oh.
At this point, he doesn't care so much about the disadvantage. He just wants to get you guys off of him. Oh, Chairman Meow, I'm so sorry, but you seem to be the one that is the most dangerous right now.
It's hard to ignore a giant cat tearing into you.
Yep. So he's going to take the pistol in his left hand and put it down to Chairman Meow and pull the trigger.
This man's evil.
Oh, I don't like those.
Oh, sorry. I have to re-roll that because that was
No.
I had to roll at disadvantage.
God.
No animals were harmed in the making of this.
All right, so there is disadvantage. What's Chairman Meow's defense? Is 12, and it matches, so he has to roll damage here. Got 5 points of damage on Chairman Meow. All right, so just subtract 5 off of Chairman when you get a chance there, Christy. God, he's got another action though too. Oof. 15, and does 6 more points of damage to Chairman Meow. Just takes 2 shots. Pap, pap.
Where is the chairman's?
So if you go double click on his token, and then you got hit points that should be under details. He's got 22 normal, and then you'll just in the first slot there take that to 11.
Ouch. So knocked him down to half.
Mm-hmm.
Poor kitty.
And then we go to Bloodhound.
Have him come out to the koi pond with me.
Yeah, I think so. The chairman, it's the chairman's turn.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I think the chairman will give another last lunge up for the face with the claws to drag down.
Yeah, there you go. Now you roll damage twice. So when you do the damage for that one, if you look at the claw, you go roll damage and then go critical with that. And that's 8. Yeah, that's what you needed there, kid. All right, so he takes the 2 shots. You hear him go, and just de-throats Fang Wu. And Fang Wu drops to both knees, falls backward, and Chairman Meow just bites right at the neck and just continues to just rip and shred until he basically removes his head.
Didn't expect that, did you?
Nice.
All right, so the courtyard now kind of falls quiet.
Can I pick up his other gun?
Yeah, you sure can.
Okay.
You want those on your character sheet?
Yep, I need those in my inventory.
All right, let me open that up here.
Yes.
All right, did they fall in there?
Oh, I see them, yes.
There you go. All right. I even put the picture of them in there for you, too. Look at that.
Ooh, where do I... Oh, I like.
So, courtyard has fallen quiet. The babysitter is sitting out by the small koi pond in the courtyard. What do you guys want to do?
Sitting by the koi pond in the courtyard.
I think we go in the building.
Yeah, I think so.
I give the chairman a koi and turn him over to the dock to fix up.
You're going to take him out to the dock to fix him up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so you take a few moments here to kind of regroup and continue along your journey. That door that's in front of you there to the larger building up north is unlocked. So you kind of pass through there, and this is kind of a little hallway that runs through. There's a couple of doors on either side of you, but you can see straight through to another smaller courtyard up ahead. And in front of you, you see a tall, thin, older gentleman, also appears to be in his 70s. And this is Andy. I think it's James Wong, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah.
From Big Trouble in Little China. A little bit. He played an older character in that film, but he is, like I said, in his 70s, probably here in this time frame. And he says, "I see that you have made it past my guards. Impressive.
That's pretty good.
I suppose you now have my attention. What is it that you want?"
Remember, I'm by the koi pond.
Oh. I look at Sickle, kind of ask, like, go sort of like, do you want to take the lead on this one, or?
Sure.
Okay. Because you're the one that banged on the door, so.
All right. We're looking for someone, and we hear that you may have some information.
Who are you looking for?
Beau Brownstone? I can't think of. I'm sorry, I forget.
Oh,
names.
Brownstone.
Brownstone's daughter, and
Huh.
supposedly she was seen leaving a large warehouse explosion that you're also connected with.
Oh. You are speaking of the girl in the red coat, aren't you?
Do you know where she is?
Well, at this point, I see no reason not to share the information I have with you. You seem to be on a mission that may very well now be in line with my own desires. Come, we will sit and talk. And he turns and he goes back into the building that he's standing in front of right now. And I would say that probably they come and gather you up, and the doc probably comes in with you guys so you can all be in there together to hear the conversation. When you guys enter Boss Caishen's study, you're met with a serene and calming atmosphere in here. There's bamboo mats on the floor that give the room an earthy and kind of natural feel, with the texture of the mats adding depth and dimension to the space. The U-shaped desk in the center of the room is really a beautiful work of art. It's made of the finest mahogany with intricate carvings of dragons and other mythological creatures, very similar to the gate that was out front. The bookcases that line the walls on 3 sides are tall and imposing, filled with hundreds of volumes of old Chinese literature. The books are bound in traditional Chinese style with intricate artwork and calligraphy adorning their covers. The shelves are so packed with books that there's hardly any room left to fit anything else, and the smell of old parchment and leather permeates the room, giving it a sense of history and ancient knowledge. The lighting in the room is low, with small lanterns casting a warm, inviting glow. Shadows flicker across the walls, adding a sense of mystery and intrigue. The space is intimate, with enough room for only a handful of people at a time, and it feels like a sanctuary, a place to escape the noise and the chaos of the outside world. As you take in your surroundings, Boss Caishen sits down in his plush armchair behind the table and lights a cigar that he pulls from the desk drawer up in front of him. He looks up at you with his tiny, piercing eyes, and his face is unreadable. He takes a drag from his cigar, and the smoke trails lazily towards the ceiling. So, you come seeking information on the explosion. But there's more to it than that. It's more than just the girl. What do you know?
We know somebody ordered the bomb to be made. And it was Tony Rocky Horror. And it was somebody with a dragon tattoo, which is apparently everybody.
I can tell you for certain, beyond a shadow of a doubt, it was none of my men that ordered that bombing. And I do not believe that it was any of my men that met with this Tony Rocky Horror. I have heard of this man, and I know that my men have had dealings with him in the past, but it was no one that went to him by my order.
So who do you think it was? Who would want to blow up the meeting of everybody?
So you do not know what the meeting was about, then, no?
Our understanding is that there was some sort of an auction for a package that nobody knew the contents of.
Ah, so you know that much, at least. Well, as I said, you have made quite a mess of my operation already, but I believe I can let bygones be bygones. You see, perhaps I should tell you a little story. It is a story of power and secrets and betrayal. He leans forward, his eyes locking on each member of the crew. You understand that there was an auction for a particular package, yes?
Yeah.
The package. It was no ordinary package. It contained a laptop, you see. A laptop with information that could bring down every organized crime family on the West Coast. Everything from their illegal operations to their secret hideouts was on this laptop. And that includes information on the Dragon's Fang and on the Brownstone family. We had heard rumors about this laptop for months, and we knew it had to be true. We thought the thought of that kind of information falling into the wrong hands was a nightmare. When it surfaced, word spread like wildfire among the crime lords. Every one of them wanted their hands on that piece of machinery, including me. He leans back in his chair just a little bit, and the smoke from his cigar swirling around his head. The plan was simple. Each of the crime families would send their emissaries to bid on the laptop. Our main goal was to erase the information on our own organizations. But that was not the end of it. We all share a mutual disdain for Beau Brownstone and his organization. So, the idea was to use the information on him to bring his empire crumbling down around his ears. But we were not the only ones who knew of this laptop. Someone else, someone who we still don't know the identity of, had gotten wind of it as well. They too know what was on that laptop, and they want it for themselves. The night of the bombing, our organizations were all there. The Dragon's Fang, the Balachko Brotherhood, the Chupacabras, the Cristiano family. Emissaries of each crime family, all bidding on that laptop. But then chaos erupted. The bomb went off and our men were caught in the blast. The laptop was gone, and with it the information that could bring down every organized crime family on the West Coast. And now, here we are, none the wiser as to who set off that bomb, or who has the information on that laptop. But mark my words, whoever it is, they're playing a dangerous game, and if they think they can get away with it, they have another think coming. Now, as I said before, I am willing to overlook the damage you have done to my men and to my properties. We now have a vested interest in this game, you and I. You seek the girl. I seek the laptop. If I'm being honest, at this point I only want to see the laptop destroyed. I could care less about Beau Brownstone and his empire. Protecting my own interests is at the top of my priorities at this time. While there is information on the other crime families on that computer I could put to good use, I fear the information on my organization is just as damning. So, I propose a truce. I help lead you to the next step of your quest, and you ensure the destruction of the laptop in my presence when you find it.
Before we agree to this, what do you know about Charlotte and where we can find her? Why was she there? How did she get the laptop?
I do not know where you can find her specifically, but I do know, perhaps, of someone that might. That is the information I am willing to give you. But only if we can come to an arrangement. The laptop must be destroyed, and I must see it.
When we confer for a moment?
I'll do it.
Feel free.
Anyone wants to join
Maybe-
or not? Doesn't matter. I'll do it.
Maybe alone. Let's confer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he motions back behind you. You guys can move into the little space behind you here if you want to confer. You don't actually have to move over there, but that's fine.
Oh,
We all
I'm moving.
Lay back. You take a nap on the bed to heal.
Nappy naps time.
Look, we obviously need to get this information from him. I say that we add the contingency of he guarantees Charlotte's safety, and he puts all of his men on high alert. If any of them see him or find her, he has to get her, and he has to contact us immediately. It puts more eyes out. It makes it harder for her to hide.
But one thing that may come into play here. What if Boss set the bomb to just destroy everybody there?
I mean, that makes sense.
And
And he would love to have that laptop because he could take out all of his competition.
and Charlotte was there on his order, but now she's missing with that laptop.
I don't
He
think
doesn't know where she's at.
I don't think he'd send his own daughter into danger like that. Do you? I mean, he has people like us for that.
Maybe she's trying to make a move in the organization to prove that she has what it takes to run it.
Honestly, I could see her doing something dumb like that.
So
Well, we agreed to destroy the laptop in front of him. We don't have to agree to bring it straight here and destroy it. I mean, there's a way to copy these things, right?
yes.
Okay. So we
It'd
find the
it'd take a
laptop.
whole bunch of 5 1/4-inch floppies, but yes.
Okay.
Now, what year is it again?
I think I got the what is it, 3.5? I think they got the 3.5.
Yeah, we got the
What-
3.5.
yeah, is it the 90s?
Wait,
Yeah, 95.
have we reached zip
95?
drives yet? Because if we've got zip drives, then yeah,
Yeah,
no, zip
you
drives
can't trust
were in
zip drives.
95. you
I
know.
wouldn't trust a zip drive. Not if you want to keep the information.
Or we could use a Bernoulli drive. Do you guys remember the Bernoulli drives?
No, I don't
Okay,
remember those.
so for the kiddies out there, Bernoulli drives were 5 1/4-inch by 5 1/4-inch, but they were about 1/4 inch to maybe 5/16 thick. And you took a special drive that you popped in. It was the precursor to the zip drive.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. I do remember those.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, we could back it up and then bring it here.
Yeah. Let's agree
Provided-
to this. Provided he puts all of his men on high alert. They look for Charlotte. They find her. They let us know immediately. And they
Okay.
let us recover her and bring her to Beau before we destroy the laptop.
Right. But we cannot let them do anything to her. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's good.
But I do have a feeling that Boss took an opportunity here.
Well, Boss is a kind of a dick move on his part to put his kid in danger like that.
Or she asked for it.
She's a dumb teenager. He shouldn't have let her. And I say that with all the love in the world for that girl.
No, we don't know that he sent her there. I'm not ready to assume that he'd take her safety so lightly. But I do think his family was the only one that I know of not represented at that warehouse that exploded.
Well,
Yeah.
Sounds to me like they were represented. They just weren't welcomed. Because Charlotte was there. But she probably wasn't invited.
Again, we're assuming she was in the warehouse. Everybody has only seen her outside the warehouse.
Well, if she had a package, she had to get to it somehow. Okay, let's go talk to this guy.
Okay. I'm still on the couch resting.
Okay. We find the laptop. We bring it here and destroy it in front of you. We agree to that on one condition. You put your entire organization on high alert to find Charlotte. You see her, you find her, you contact us, you make sure she's safe, you make sure nothing happens to her, you let us get her back to Beau before we bring you the laptop and do anything with it. That's the deal, that's the trade.
He leans back in his chair a little bit, kind of rocks, kind of taking it in. I believe this is a fair arrangement. I will let my men know to be on the lookout for the girl in the red coat.
Just remember that this is sensitive and we are all walking on eggshells.
Oh, you have no idea how sensitive it is, but you will. Give me your cell phone numbers.
I like to think that babysitter yelled that from the couch in the other room. It's coming through the paper walls. And we look at each other like, you can really hear through these walls. Did he hear everything we talked about?
Yep.
Okay, I give him my cell phone number.
But you didn't pick up on the egg.
No, I did. I just once a word has been used, it's no longer active.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So we needed to have come up with a new one. We should have had lobster as our secondary.
I find one in the koi pond and I bring it in, throw it in the room.
Like, what do you want us to kill, Dr. Boss Cashew? Or
No. Alrighty. So yeah.
All right, I give him my cell phone number and.
All right, and he exchanges information with you where you can contact his organization. You probably won't be able to contact him directly, but you'll get in touch with somebody here within the Dragon's Fang if you have information to give as well.
So where do we go now? What other information do you have? What's the next step?
So you have already spoken with my emissary, the White Tiger, yes.
Yeah.
He was not the only one who made it out of there. You know that he had 2 of my men with him, and 3 of my men from my organization made it out alive. Not necessarily unscathed, mind you, but the White Tiger came out of it in one piece. There was another who made it out alive. Seek out the Balachko gangster, known as the Black Russian. He was last seen in pursuit of the girl in the red coat.
All right.
Thank you. And we sincerely apologize about the mess and the misunderstanding with all of your men. Could I just make one recommendation? Those 2 guys we had to get through to talk to you, I feel like that was a really big waste of resources. Like, they're dead, and we didn't want to do that, and I'm sure it took a while to train them, and they knew your organization, and you have to replace them, and I don't know, I'm just saying, maybe go a little more glass half full and hear people out before a duel to the death.
Well, I forget what the saying is, but it's an American saying, something to the effect of, if you want to make an omelet, you have to break a few eggs.
And 50 guys rush in the room.
Wise words indeed.
I thought you were going to say, wait, you've made omelets? All right.
Hammer, with that last bit of information, I'm gonna have you maybe roll a streetwise roll, and you can roll that at advantage.
Ready?
I do think we need to.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's terrible, Ro.
And you rolled that at advantage.
I think so. didn't I? Yeah.
Okay.
Unless I hit the wrong
Um,
button. I think that's what Vange looks like. Yeah.
well, that name, I mean, you've heard of a Black Russian before, but as far as being able to recognize that as somebody that you know any reputation of, doesn't ring a bell to you. But you do at least know maybe somewhere where you might be able to get some information on the Russian mafia here in town. Uh, and that's back at the gym that you used to frequent up until fairly recently. Because there was a guy there that worked out quite a bit by the name of Boris that was tatted up pretty good. And usually among your circles, anybody that's got as many tattoos that look like prison tattoos as that guy did, probably at some point, if not currently, runs with the Russian mafia. Now, this guy, Boris, left a really bad taste in your mouth the last time that you saw him, because he challenged you to a fight in the ring there at the gym. And he is a bit of a dirty fighter and pulled some tricks on you in order to make himself look good in front of the others. So he kind of made you look bad in front of the other members of the gym there. So there's a little bit of an antagonistic air probably between the two of you. But out of anybody that you can think of, you certainly didn't run with anybody in the Russian mafia since you've been here in LA. But if anybody would know, it would be either him or maybe somebody else at the gym would be your best bet.
Yeah. And that guy's always abusing squirrels and mooses and stuff too. You know?
He's got a girlfriend named Natasha. She's just a real bitch.
All right, guys. I think I got a guy that I would love to beat information out of over at the gym. I think maybe we should, after we kind of recover, we should go check that out. See if I can find out when he's going to be at the gym. See if we can, kind of happen to run into him.
Sounds good.
Sound good? But I don't know about you, but I'm so exhausted. We probably should rest before we go.
Nice.
This has been an excellent day, though. We made some real progress.
So I do think we need to maybe go poke around Charlotte's room at the house.
Okay.
See if we can find anything.
Okay.
So that could be coming up. And I don't think a whole entourage needs to go. I think it's
I don't think you should go.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be.
I think Charlotte wants some rando gross old man underwear drawer.
I think I'm pretty suave and good looking. I mean,
I love you, Andy. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, yeah. My character is suave and good looking. How's that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fine if the boss is used to seeing you in the house.
He's definitely not used to seeing you in the house, no.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it needs to be either Marshall and I that goes, just simply because we would have a reason to be there.
I think that's a terrible idea, but whatever.
You're going, I'm going. I will help you.
And yeah, I mean, you could definitely distract the boss if he's there.
I'll tell you what, why don't Babysitter and I get the boss alone to give him an update on the information that we have, and you guys use that information to find what we need in Charlotte's room. Would that make everybody feel comfortable? And that way we can keep his greasy paws off of her items.
Unmentionable.
I don't like how this is going, but all right.
I mean, You were pretty eager there, babysitter. It's kind of creepy.
I
mean, they call you babysitter.
You are a fine one to talk there.
I'm just saying, I'm not the one that came up with the idea.
No, I understand that, but you've had your paws on places you shouldn't have.
Oh.
So on that, I say that we retire, get some sleep, and we can all head over to the boss's house, and then we can hammer. How about then we hit up that gym, and this time you come up with the password, with the code word.
Oh, okay.
I thought it worked pretty well.
Don't let me smash.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
Alrighty.
All right, so we can call the story for tonight. Now, the good news is, after tonight, you guys get to go up a level.
Okay.
Don't mind if I do.
So we could go through that process if you guys want. All right.
Well, you guys all be safe this week.
Okay. All right, back at you.
Yeah.
All right. It's good playing with y'all. I'll see you in 2.
Alrighty.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.